My name is James Ademoyira. I'm a pastor, I'm an estate agent, I'm a trainer, and also I'm an educationist. This is my first time of attending Unique Insights Masterclass. Today we were tutored by Pastor DUPE Makinde. It's been a wonderful experience, very insightful, very informative. I personally learned some new things that I've not known previously about mentorship. Today I learned that for you to be an effective mentor, you need to be able to have patience, great time, and also don't do anything with listening to your mentee. Some of us like to do multitasking. We believe we can do 2-3 things together effectively, efficiently, and still get away with producing good results. But today, I discovered that that's not the right way to approach it. So I learned something new, and I believe I'm going to put it into use and practice as I want to improve on my mentorship skills and ability. I recommend this program for all leaders to try and attend. It has a lot of benefit and gain for everyone. I commend the host, Pastor Ilolabuki Akonde, for such a great vision and great work. Thank you.
Peter Drucker once said, what gets measured gets managed. And one of the things we've seen in this unique insight is that we've been able to measure, one, where we are, measure the amount and the depth of the information and the knowledge that we have, and manage it to effectiveness. Pastor Dupe's insight has been a very great depth for us, especially those of us that are very passionate about the next generation, about leaving a legacy. I tell you, leaving a legacy indeed is about what we have heard tonight. If you don't have the CD, you've got to get the CD. Get yourself a copy of the Unique Insight book. That book is also a book that Pastor Dupe has written an article about the youth, because this Unique Insight has actually opened our eyes to great and mighty things. We have been able to analyze the depth of the short articles that was actually in this book. Get yourself a copy. The details, the contacts that you ever need for more knowledge, it's in this book. Many testimonies have been coming our way about the impact and the impartation this book is having on people. It's your time. It's your season. This is the time and the moment to leave a legacy. We've been told we can't afford to be selfish. The way forward to be selfless is to leave a legacy, to leave an impact, a footprint, and it is now. This next generation needs you. United Kingdom needs you and I. The youth needs us. They need that listening habit of yours. They need the grace, the experience that you have. So please, be part of it. We're inviting you for next week. Come, as Shola Labi comes to explain and help us to empower our children. How do we start them early and get them on board? God bless you.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the 7th week of the Unique Insights Masterclass. I'm DUPE Makinde, Director of God's Grace Foundation. I've just finished the Youth Mentoring Workshop, where we looked at what's the meaning of mentoring, which is developing a relationship with young people so that we can inspire and encourage them to be everything that God has created them to be. We looked at why do young people need mentor? Because a lot of times they're going through developmental stages in puberty. They're also a very vulnerable and more reachable demographic. Also, I believe that mentoring is God's way of raising transformational leaders. We looked at the qualities of a good mentor, which is a good mentor has to be patient, they have to be available, they also have to have the heart to impact as well, because mentoring is about you volunteering your time to help somebody else. We also looked at the main qualities that we need as mentors in order to develop that relationship with young people. The first one is listening. We looked at how do we listen effectively. So that means when you want to listen, you have to make a mental switch. You have to decide to listen. You have to not to interrupt when a young person is talking. Most of the time, you have to listen as well with your intuition, which is called active listening. You have to make sure that you have the time to listen as well. The other main topic, the other main thing that we need to know as mentors, we have to develop trust. Trust is very important in a mentoring relationship. If you don't have the trust of your mentee, it's likely not to be successful. How do we develop trust? That means we are trustworthy. We make ourselves that we have integrity. That means if you set up a meeting, you show up. When they discuss something with you, unless you're obligated to share it, like anything to do with abuse, you do not break their trust. That's what mentoring is about. We also looked at the benefit for you as a mentor. When you mentor, what do you gain? You develop leadership skills as well. You are able to share your experience with other people. You're able to share those skills that you've developed as well. And I also said that we need to develop young adults so that they can work with young people. I believe that the young people listen more to the young adult. In rounding up, we looked at code of conduct. As mentors, what should be the general code of conduct? We looked at setting boundaries for yourself as well. We looked at not going into relationship with your mentee, anything that will act as a barrier or can that will not be good for your relationship. We also looked at why the reward of mentoring as well. The summary of my workshop is inspiring people to begin to think about mentoring young people, because I believe that they need mentors. I believe that young people need us because they need a trusted advisors as well. And I'm putting out a call for churches, for youth organizations to think about setting up a youth mentoring program in your group or in your church. How can you do that? You need to make a call out for mentors. You need to have a goal or an objective on why you want to mentor your young people. You also need to speak to your young people about the benefits, what they will gain if they're involved in a mentoring relationship. Then you can now begin to train your mentors. You can also begin to set up programs. How are they going to meet? A mentoring relationship needs time, so there has to be that contact. How often do you want your mentors to meet your mentees as well? How do you want it to be monthly? Do you want it to be weekly? You also need to have a code of conduct and rules and regulations as well. I hope I've been able to inspire you to think about how you can mentor young people. Once again, well done to Pastor Buki and our wonderful team for setting up this masterclass. God bless you.